Hi, welcome back to James Dunlop Textiles. I'm Nick Dunlop, and today I'll be talking to you about curtain linings, which on the face of it might not sound like the most glamorous topic, but it's actually a critical step in ensuring that your customer gets their perfect curtain job. There are four main considerations to think about when specifying or using a curtain lining. They are protection, insulation, functionality, or the job that you wanted to do, and aesthetic. So by that I mean protection could be protection from UV light, mildew if you're in a humid environment. Insulation, there's nothing as good for insulation as a nice full-length ceiling to floor lined curtain that will trap the air in from escaping from the room and just rotate around the room, heating up rather than escaping through the window. And it's the pocket of air between the lining and the face fabric which creates the insulating effect. And different linings that we have maybe step up in those insulating qualities, but the very fact that there's a lining there is really what does it. Aesthetic, we're talking there about coordinating or enhancing the face fabric, or maybe matching exterior or interior carpet colours. It could be a coloured lining behind a sheer. If we have a sheer like this, a white lining behind it will give a very different effect than maybe a complementary darker shade lining, depending on the effect that you want to have. Linings are also used for adding body to lightweight curtains, and just a whole feeling of coziness. And functionality, so washable might be an issue for you. We've got linings that are washable to 60 degrees, and noise reduction. We've got spongy, heavy linings which absorb some of the noise, and blackout linings, which, as the name suggests, are 100% blackout, so great for children or night shift workers, etc. So I'll just step you now through the three broad categories of linings that we have and explain their attributes and how they might match up with those considerations. First of all is uncoated lining. As the name suggests, this is just a raw dyed polycotton in this case, or it can be 100% polyester. The very fact that there is a lining behind, as I said, is creating that pocket of air in between. So even an uncoated lining already is giving you insulation qualities. You can start with this very simple square weave construction, which is referred to maybe as a sheeting weight, or in this case, this is a lovely 65-35 polycotton sateen lining. It's got a nice luster on it, it's got a beautiful weight, and it's soft, and a great lining choice if you, for any reason, don't want to have, say, a topical treatment on a lining. It's Sunteen. The next of the three types is coated linings. These can be one pass or three pass. And by pass, I mean the amount of times or amount of coatings of acrylic suede or silicone compound on top of the product. So in this case, this is a one pass of acrylic suede coating, and so already it's giving us some attributes of a little more insulation, and in this case also mildew resistancy, because it's got a compound which inhibits the growth of mildew spores. Then we can go to three-pass blackouts, which, as the name suggests, are three layers on top. You have, first of all, the polycotton or polyester base cloth. We prefer actually to coat on a 100% polyester, which is great for mildew resistancy. So we have one layer of white, then one layer of black, and then one layer of white again. So it gives you the uniform look on the outside. And that will give you a 100% blackout. There are two types of blackout coatings, acrylic or silicone. The silicone choice we're finding really popular now. comes ivory like this, or in a good range of colours. It's washable to 60 degrees, and it's also a great, and it's dust-free, non-allergenic. So with the acrylic version, it's possible sometimes if there's excess flock or something on there which hasn't been cured correctly, there can be a little bit of dust sometimes in the workroom. The silicone option completely gets rid of all those issues. The third type of lining is a woven dim out, and as the name suggests, this is a construction, a woven construction rather than a topical treatment over the top or acrylic or silicone. There's a certain degree of light will come through the warp and weft, being a woven. The darker colours block a little more light out because of the dye stuff, but it's a lovely, very soft handle, quite a spongy feeling. So then we're starting to get into some attributes like noise reduction. It's got great mildew resistancy as well. It's got a nice body to it, so it's a great choice for adding weight to a lightweight fabric like a silk, etc., and just giving it that really luxurious, cozy, full look. So it'll tick quite a few of the attribute boxes. And the fourth type of lining we have, or it's an add-on, is the interline. This can come both in polyester form or 100% cotton. It's a nice, heavy, soft-handled fabric which sits in between the lining and the face curtain, which is fantastic for noise reduction if acoustics are an issue, or also insulation, or again for adding really lovely body to a lightweight curtain fabric like a silk, etc. So there we have it. That's Linings 101. You can have a refresher with our woven manual from James Dunlop called Woven, and there's a little bit in there about linings, or consult your friendly James Dunlop account manager. Thank you.